Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry, a fan channel where everything Dragalia Lost can be found. This video is going to contain an overview of the schedule of upcoming content for Dragalia Lost. This is going to include event reruns, summon showcases, what you can expect to come in the next several months, and possibly this may just be the final slate of rerun content for Dragalia Lost before its end of service. I say that because this information is based on a data mine that happened a little over a week ago now when the final batch of new content came out for Dragalia Lost, including the final campaign update. So credit to Zanuck and Aranos over on the game's Reddit for posting these data mines, as well as to the Dragalia Lost wiki for compiling this information on upcoming content. So there's a bit of a grain of salt here. This is based on data mined information, so it may or may not come to pass. The other thing I want you to consider is there's multiple possibilities. One is the data just contained what was happening up until the end of November, but perhaps sometime closer to that point, we'll also get new data that talks about or contains info on events that are happening after that into the future. Or the other possibility is, well, maybe the end of November really is just the end of Dragalia Lost service, and there are no future events planned or summon showcases planned after that point. So right now I'm kind of operating under the latter theory. I think it makes sense that they would put in all the remaining events into the data prior to or at the final release of new content for the game that happened a little over a week ago. So that's my expectation, and that's why I say this might just be the final schedule of upcoming content for Dragalia Lost. I'm pretty happy if it does last until November, that we have several months to play out the existing content in the game, play these events for those of you who may have missed them the first time around, and for me, catch up on some of the endgame content that I've been meaning to do, as well as round out my roster with some of the upcoming summon showcases. So this video is just going to contain a really quick breakdown of all the summon showcases that are coming up, all the event reruns, some of the skins as well that are coming up in the next several months, and quite possibly these will be the final events, final showcases in Dragalia Lost. So let's start off with the summon showcases. So here's what you can expect. I'll read through each of these, and they're running through end of November. Starting in August, we just had a shadow-themed Gala Dragalia come to an end. We also had a Platinum showcase with Gala Adventures just come to an end. And so now we're currently in a period with the Sigil Spotlight and Platinum showcase. Those are going to be recurring on and off throughout these next several months. And anytime they're not happening, we're going to have one of the other showcases that are here. So in mid-August, we're getting a Gala Dragalia remix that features Gala Yuden and Ilya, and they're also the units who are Worm Sigil eligible on that showcase. At the end of August into early September, we're going to get a Gala Dragalia that's water-themed with Mascula, Elisan, and Ciela. And alongside that, we're going to get a Platinum Deluxe showcase, which you can do up to 2 times. So that's going to be 2 guaranteed new adventures if you spend Wormite on that showcase. Or sorry, Diamantium on that showcase. It only takes Diamantium, the paid resource in Dragalia Lost, not Wormite, the free resource. In September, mid-September, we're going to have another remix with Gala Laxi and Ducata Cassandra. Then at the end of September, which is the anniversary time for Dragalia Lost, the 4th anniversary, should be some bonuses happening at that time. A wind-themed Gala Dragalia that's going to feature Gala Knot, Gala Ronzel, and Gala Zephyr. We're also getting another Dream Summon special that should happen around that time into early October as well, so that's pretty exciting. In mid-October, another Gala Dragalia remix with Gala Alex and Grace on it. And at the end of October into early November, a light-themed Gala Dragalia with Elysium, Kronos Nyx, and Luca, and another opportunity for the Gala Adventure Platinum showcase as well. And finally, in mid-November, a remix featuring Cerise and Kimono Elisan. There's no end of November banner currently in the data. I think that the Sigil Spotlight in late November just runs through November 30th. So as of now, that's why it kind of seems like that is going to be the endpoint for content in Dragalia Lost. As for me, I will probably do the the Platinum Showcase Deluxe 2 times, I'll do the Dream Summon Special, and now that I kind of know what's coming up, I also want to spark for Elysium because that's the only Gala Adventure or Dragon that I'm missing, and that's going to give me the knowledge to be able to more comfortably do some of these Sigil Spotlight summons as well, and get some of the other adventures I want to add to my collection. So let's move on to talking about the upcoming event reruns and skins. So starting off with August, and we'll proceed through November just like before. In August, we currently have Splasher Adventure. That's not shown on here, but that's the raid event happening right now where you can get Summer Estelle. Once that ends, we're going to get Drifting Sorrows, which is one of those mid-month events, onslaught or defensive battles. The distinction's not really all that important. They're kind of more of a filler event, but they have usually an enjoyable story. And that one is going to feature Yukata Lathna and Yukata Cleo on the artwork there, although honestly I'm blanking on the story for that event as I say that, which is a little bit unfortunate. I think Yukata Kurn was in that event too. But anyway, you don't get a free unit with that. Moving on to Doomsday Getaway, that will be the raid event in the second part of August, and that one is going to feature Summer Amane. That's got a really fun story. It's pretty unique among all the different raid events we've had in Dragalia Lost, with it being kind of like a murder mystery type thing. Scars of the Syndicate will be end of August into early September. That's where you can get Aldred. It's the first part of the Syndicate story. And all throughout August, which is currently running, you can get in the Alberian Battle Royale a weapon skin for Gala Cerise. Then, after Scars of the Syndicate ends in early September, we're going to get Shackles of the Syndicate, which is kind of the follow-up to that. That's another of those mid-month events, so not as jam-packed as the raid events that will happen otherwise. New Year's Tidings, Fortune from Afar will follow that up, so that's where you can get Botan. It's our first New Year's event featuring Ieyasu. It's a classic. Dawn of Dragalia will happen at end of September, early October. That is a really fitting event for the 4th anniversary, considering most of the story-relevant raid events are part of the event compendium already, but that one isn't. It's nice to see that will be available for players to try out if they missed it in the past, and pretty good timing for that. I think it just fits with the anniversary. Plus, you can get Humanoid Midgard Stormer, who's a really good free welfare unit, and all throughout September, you'll also be able to get the Axe weapon skin for Ronzel, regular Ronzel. In October, so once the Dawn of Dragalia event ends, we're going to throw it back to Loyalty's Requiem and then Kindness in Captivity. You can get Celiera and Melsa in those respectively, and those are some of the first, if not the first, raid events that happened in Dragalia Lost all the way back in 2018. So I feel like it's really cool that they're following up the 4th anniversary with those as a way of sending off things in the game. There will also be an invasion event, I believe Knights of Alberia. That one featured Cecile, Harl, and Civilian Leaf. Another fun event, especially for Harl and Leaf fans. There's not that many events that really focus on them, and that's one of the ones that does. And throughout October, you'll also be able to get Alex's weapon skin. And finally in November, once Knights of Alberia ends, 2 events planned. One is Celestial Showdown, so that's the raid event where you can get Izumo, and it features Shingen, Fudomyo-o, and who else is in that event? Gosh, I'm forgetting her name. This is so bad. Dragalia Lost. You're supposed to remain with me forever. But of course, it's Yukimura. But it took me a second there, y'all. You have to keep me on my toes. But I'm gonna try my best to preserve my memories of Dragalia Lost for sure. And then finally, we have Rage of Kronos to round out the end of November. And I put a question mark there because when that event was first run, we got a free Dream Summon ticket with that, since it doesn't have a welfare character in that raid event. But that is a fun one to end things on too, because there's sort of a crossover with that event to the world of Rage of Bahamut. So I think that that's a nice one to close on. Hopefully we do get a free character for everybody. That seems to run through November 30th, so if that is the end, then that would be a great opportunity to let everybody pick a free character for free and get to play with them until the end. And lastly, in November, you'll be able to get the Dragalia weapon skin, which corresponds to Alberius. That is pretty much going to do it for this video though, everyone. Let me know which of these events or summon showcases you're looking forward to the most, which you're planning on participating in or summoning for in the coming months of Dragalia Lost. I hope this does come to fruition, being that this is based on a data mine, because I think it is actually a pretty nice offering of content to close out Dragalia Lost. And getting till the end of November, you know, I would love to have it end at the end of the year, but I think that would be a little bit more emotional and kind of feel a little bit worse, just because if we're already at the end of the year, it just feels like that New Year's time that's so special in Dragalia Lost with the Zodiac characters. So I kind of think end of November is the right time to end things. It would give us a few months after the 4th anniversary to really get to enjoy ourselves, wrap up everything, but not be so close to the new year as to wonder, you know, what could have come in that new year. Hopefully there is still a future ahead for Dragalia Lost, though, as I know many of you have pointed out that Little Noah, another Cygames franchise, received a spin-off game on the Switch that compiled a lot of the elements of the mobile game, and it even is getting some updates. So I think it's also on Steam. I saw that there's an update out for it to add another type of control scheme. So you never know. There could be a future yet for Dragalia Lost. But as of now, I think this is probably going to be the final schedule. Hopefully this lets you plan accordingly, but that is going to do it for today, everybody. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.